Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, June 17th, 2021. My name is Aubrey and this is my astrological outlook for the day. But before I get started, I just have to go ahead and give a major shout out to one of my most beautiful clients who has also become a really good friend. She randomly, shockingly gifted me with this awesome professional YouTube lighting situation yesterday. So I no longer have to schedule my life around when I'm gonna have the best lighting for my videos, and I don't have to complain about my lighting anymore. So thank you so much, Crystal. This makes my life so much easier, and I just absolutely love you, and thank you so much. So I have light, we have light, and that, surprisingly, funny enough, is sort of a theme for, well, it's not sort of a theme, it is a theme of the day. Coming out of the darkness and into the light today is a theme that is being discharged by the energetics we're experiencing today as well. So, and more specifically though, these energetics are referring to coming out of the woods or coming out of the darkness of the forest. Symbolically, as we have two associated planets discharging energetics referencing emerging from a petrified forest and coming back into life and light today. The sun today is at 27 degrees of Gemini in an exact opposition to the galactic center. Like I talked about in my report yesterday, it was 1 degree off yesterday, and today the sun has moved into an exact opposition to the galactic center. And this is really activating spiritual connection and the God frequency on Earth today, yesterday, and tomorrow and the next couple days. But specifically today is when this activation is its strongest and in its fullest power. And 27 degrees of Gemini, this degree opposite the galactic center, is the Sabian symbol or energetic described in a picture form so we can kind of understand what the frequency is better. And the symbol is a gypsy emerging from the forest. So we are emerging from our past and what we were used to and into a whole new world and a whole new experience today. And Jupiter, who rules Sagittarius and therefore by proxy the galactic center, and Jupiter, the planet, the archetype, the energetic that it discharges and represents, also has a lot in common with the galactic center. So it's really no surprise that Jupiter rules Sagittarius, where the galactic center is located. But Jupiter, the ruler of the galactic center, is at 3 degrees of Pisces today and getting ready to go stationed to go retrograde. And this Sabian symbol, this degree, is a petrified forest. So 2 degrees today referencing forest, emerging from a forest. So we know that that's a theme that we're working with right now. And so the forest, the way I'm interpreting this, the forest that we are emerging from today is petrified. There is nothing, it's nothing but a record of what was and has been, sealed and frozen in time. There is nothing left for us to build or thrive from there, back in that forest. And now with these activations today, we are leaving the limitations and restrictions, Saturn square Uranus, of our past beliefs and perceptions, South Node and Sagittarius, of our world and reality, because there is truly nothing left there for us. The past is petrified. It's a petrified forest, and we are emerging from that today with this huge spiritual infusion of God source energy, reflecting back from the sun opposing the galactic center. We are embracing life and the future and stepping out of the darkness into the light in correspondence with my brand new lighting situation. So I'm a little bit excited. So that record of the past, like I said, the petrified forest is always there for us to look at and analyze though. And that is also a major dynamic of what is going on right now. As today's energetics, again, are very much activating truth, revelations, and exposure in terms of things that have been decepted or clouded in some way in the past. The moon is in late Virgo today, and therefore the moon is in opposition to Neptune in Pisces, and also simultaneously squaring Mercury retrograde in Gemini, and also will move to square the sun opposite the galactic center. Gemini and Virgo are both mutable signs, and they are in squares with each other. So when the moon is transiting through Virgo, it therefore is squaring all of that Gemini energy, all those planets in Gemini that we have going on. So today, the placement of the moon is priming us for both extreme levels of truth as well as extreme levels of deception. Both octaves of this energetic are highly activated today, and they are having an emotional impact on us because the moon is involved. The moon rules our emotions, the moon rules our feelings, our internal landscape, like how we're interpreting reality from an internal level. And with the moon in opposition to Neptune today, that is either very high octaves of spiritual awareness and truth, or simultaneously very emotionally susceptible to illusion, delusion, propaganda, manipulation. So we really have to watch out for those things. And today we really need to be careful with our mind and emotions and being too quick to believe what we hear today. There is just so much disinformation, misinformation, confusion about what actually happened, and there's just not a whole lot of clarity right now. So, and like simultaneously, there are this is also a very strong energetic for manipulation and intentional delusion and making things unclear. So we have both of those octaves playing out with this. And really though, as I've been saying, the best gauge for truth right now is what feels right and true on a gut level. Universe is asking us all to strengthen our spiritual connection and trust our instincts right now, as official sources of information just truly cannot be trusted. Like I said, there are so many agendas, there's so much cognitive dissonance to people so fixed in their belief systems that they can't believe anything that goes against that, even if what goes against that might actually be what's true, and just causing all of these like really difficult mental conditions and a lot of anxiety and just an inability to truly perceive reality for what it is. We have that really strong right now, and the best way that we can navigate all of this is through truly tuning into our own internal guidance system, our intuition, following intuitive urges that we have, and just really reconnecting with things and what feels right to us on a soul and on a gut instinct level. This is where the guidance is coming from right now. We have information, facts, reality is being distorted. Gemini in square to Neptune, Mercury retrograde in square to Neptune for the new moon, the North Node in Gemini, Neptune in Pisces. There's just tremendous amounts of distortion in terms of reality, facts, information going on right now. But the flip side of that is we have, like I've never really seen before, an ability to come to truth through our ability to connect with our intuition and spiritual guidance and our gut instincts. Like I said, that is things that feel right to us are usually going to be right for us under these energetics. Things that we hear and that like experts and thought authorities and the media and social media and even like friends and associates, Gemini, are telling us, those things we really need to question and to be very skeptical about. But we also need to gather as much information and as many different viewpoints as possible, because this is also what's necessary to learn to get new information, to receive new pieces of the puzzle that can help bring us to overall clarity in the end in terms of where we're going. So the best gauge for truth is really our gut instincts right now, and that is what we should be cultivating. And today, really, like at its core, it's just a highly spiritual day overall. And we are getting collectively a massive boost and a massive infusion of like really truly divine spiritual energy that we all collectively have to tap into right now in order to help us navigate our current circumstances and these conflicts that are coming about and the things that we've been dealing with as a result of the Uranus square to Saturn and the Mercury retrograde and square to Neptune. We are getting so much divine assistance with that today. And it really is perfect timing considering this square just happened over the weekend and we just had the new moon in Gemini with all of this confusion of information. And simultaneously massive amounts of exposure going on. But in order to figure out what is real and what is not in this environment, that is where that spiritual connection, that gut connection really comes into play. So this frequency is widely available today, and we can all tap into it for love, support, and guidance right now to help us navigate what we're dealing with in our lives. Also, with the moon in opposition to Neptune today, our intuition and ability to connect to spirit on an internal and intuitive level is also so strong, and we are really being showered and immersed in this spiritual energy today by both luminaries, both the sun and the moon. The sun opposing the galactic center, reflecting that God source energy, the moon opposing Neptune and Pisces, reflecting that high octave spiritual energy. Both luminaries are discharging the light of source code creation today, and that means that we are just being infused with it, and it's in an abundance, and we can all really harness and tap into this energy today to help us understand and decide what's right and what's real for us in our own individual experiences, and also to uplift us and to align us with hope and optimism and joy and faith as we move forward and as we build this new world that we're moving into, and as all of the remaining structures of the past are crumbling underneath our feet. Really, we're building and we're simultaneously going through a massive destruction period. It's a birth and it's a death and a rebirth happening all at once, and we're just really getting a boost from spirit and God today to help us get through these difficult energetics and the hardships that we've been experiencing, the conflicts that we've been experiencing, the tensions, the frustrations in terms of becoming what we want to become and getting to where we want to get to. We are getting assistance today in a big level. So it's an all-encompassing, spiritually energized day. And also, as I've emphasized in this report, with the moon in square to Mercury retrograde, simultaneous from its opposition to Neptune, and also coming to square the sun today opposite the galactic center, This is what will help us determine truth from illusion, like I said, and it's by turning inward and upward for the answers instead of turning outward and looking to external sources to guide us. We are moving into the age of Aquarius. This is the age of knowledge. This is the age of self-empowerment, and we are moving out of the age of Pisces, which is the age of schooling, following the leader, and needing an external power source outside of ourselves to guide us and give us direction. That's not the direction we're going anymore. That's not what we need anymore to thrive as a species. What we need to thrive as a species is to each individually tap into our own personal authenticity, find our own internal value, what we're passionate about, the gifts that we were born with, really cultivate those and bring them out so that we can use those to serve our families, our communities, our friends, our lives, and just really get a sense of fulfillment from doing what we're meant to do and building a life that is sustainable and enduring and supportive of us and our families around that, instead of the way that it has been in the past, trying to mold ourselves into various boxes and ideals to fit other people's needs so that they could perpetuate their systems how they wanted to. It's just not working that way anymore today. So we are coming out of the woods today. We are emerging from the darkness, and this forest that we're moving out of, again, is petrified, frozen in time. There's nothing there left for us to contribute to our life force or our substance or to help us thrive in any way. All that's there is a petrified, frozen record of the past and memories and things that we can go back and look at to help give us more clarity, new views, new perspectives, new understandings, and new attitudes about our lives and about the direction that we want to move going forward. So we're really moving out of the past and embracing the future and the new life and the new world with optimism and hope and a lot of encouragement from spirit today. So today should be a really beautiful day. One more thing that I want to say today, Mars is at 4 degrees of Cancer today, discharging the Sabian symbol energetic of a cat arguing with a mouse. So whenever this degree is activated, I always feel like there is just fruitless conflict. There's no point in it. There's not going to be a resolution. The two sides and their agendas are just way too far different for there ever to be a coming together. What is good for one will never be good for the other, and vice versa. So there's really no point in engaging in any type of conflict or argument today, and especially with Mars, who rules fights and battles and wars and conflicts, discharging this degree. We really should abstain from a desire to get into any kind of conflict today, especially if it's just a petty conflict or, there's really not going to be any type of ultimate outcome. Any conflicts today really probably won't see any type of resolution under this Mars energetic, especially as Mars is in Leo, moving into opposition and square with Saturn retrograde in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus. So today I'm saying we really should all do our best to not engage in conflict or confrontation of any kind, because it's just not going to come to any type of compromise or resolution. It's just fruitless conflict that's doing nothing but bringing down our vibration and separating us from our divine path that we're supposed to be moving towards going forward. So that is my report for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that there was something valuable in here that you could get to help you go about your day. Have faith. We are moving into some very positive energetics going into the weekend, going into the solstice. And this is definitely apparent and supported today. Be on the lookout for anything fated or destined that seems to be happening, or, new people, new opportunities, gifts and blessings as well. The universe is gifting us and blessing us under this Galactic Center activation today, and with the moon opposing Neptune while Jupiter is also in Pisces. Be receptive and open to receiving in all forms today, and we should just generally be feeling pretty good and optimistic. If you're having a hard time, meditation, connection, self-analysis, and looking at the past from a more emotionally detached place, analyzing it and figuring out what you can take from it to help you improve yourself so you can create a better life going forward. This is the best way that we can really use these energetics, and again, just blessings and gifts and wisdom and connection to source and the source field, the God frequencies abound today for all of us to tap into and make a part of us so that we can build and be more infused with that energy as we move forward into creation of the new world and the age of Aquarius. So you guys, if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends if you think they would be interested. Leave me comments. I love your comments, and join my Facebook group if you want to come hang out with us over there as well. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow with my new lighting. Thank you, Crystal, for my video for Friday and probably the weekend. So have a beautiful day, everybody, and I will see you then. Bye.